Hello again. I'm Crafty Phoebe. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do a new layout. We're going to use most of our in colors from Stampin' Up, and we're going to use a 2-photo layout. I'm going to use quite a few different stamp sets that are still current and available at Stampin' Up. And if you have a demonstrator, you should take a look at what's available and contact your demonstrator. We are going to make a sheet of patterned paper, and we're going to put it right here at this space, more or less. This is a 5-inch wide strip on top of a basic white cardstock. And here are my photos, my daughter and my son-in-law. I'm inspired by this paper, which is various different sentiments in different fonts and a selection of colors. We've got a very dark green, a light green, and a medium green, and we have red as well. And then a lot of different little icons that represent Christmas. So I'm going to use this as my inspiration. But my layout will be more of a Valentine's Day theme. Let's get started. I have placed my paper on top of my Stampin' mat, which will give me a better surface to stamp on, as well as a sheet of scratch paper. And I'm going to use quite a few sets. So this one is Biggest Wish, and I will use the Happy stamp. I'm also going to use watercolor shapes, and there's a circle in there, and I'd like to use that little circle. And I'm going to put the word love inside of that circle, which is from Quiet Meadow. I'm going to use You Make Everything Better from Nothing's Better Than. A couple more. We have Forever Fern, and there's Love and Laughter Forever After, which is a great sentiment. So we have 2 retired sets. Heart to Heart has Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use another one, Holiday Haul. This was a host set, but it has a great little pile of hearts at the back, on the back of a truck. That's what I'm going to do with that. Let's just get started. We're going to always start halfway off this page so that it looks like a continuation and just a sheet of paper. So I'm just going to do something like this. And it's half on, half off. Okay. I'm going to do Love and Laughter Forever After. I'm going to do Happy right here, and I will stamp that off. Then I think that I will put the mason jar up here, partially off the page, so that it's, again, continuation. Let's put the little truck right there, and the little hearts as well right there, sitting in the truck. Okay. The next thing we want to do is repeat. We want to put Valentine's Day right here. Coming off the page, right there. So that's where my little word love comes in. Up here. What does it say? You make everything better. Okay, I've decided to add the text from Quiet Meadow, which is kind of grungy text there, to have a little bit of filler here and there. So I'm going to put it right here and here, and then we'll continue on with our images and text. Okay, we're getting to the end of our sheet, and it's looking really pretty. I have a couple of spots left to fill in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the same sentiment heart to heart where I got the Valentine's Day. And I'm going to use the little hearts that are really small. And I think that's it. I think that's plenty. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do is put a little heart. You know, let's use the big heart and put that right in the center of the mason jar. Oh, that's looking lovely. Another thing I wanted to do is put a little bit of color in the background of this sheet. So I'm just using a blending tool and I'm going to start on the edges. So I think that I'm good here. Okay, so we've glued down our sheet onto the, our stamped sheet onto the background. There we go. That's the left side of my page. Trim away this little extra bit. Okay, we have added a strip or a column of sweet sorbet in a width that's about, I think it's a 1 5/8 width. And it's the striped pattern of this DSP, this in color. Okay. We like to have unusual widths that don't match up just to give it more interest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this happy on a strip of paper and I'm going to punch it out. Okay, that's better. I'm going to trim away the top edge and that'll be exactly 1.25 inches. Okay, so we're doing that with our trimmer. And we're at 1.25 inches. Make sure that on top and bottom edge, it's not touching the border, the cutting edge. So it's only giving that little ticket stub edge on left and right. See? So you've got a ticket shape because the only thing missing here is a little bit of hole punch. Just a basic hole punch. We're going to do something like this right at the corner. And it's going to look like a ticket. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so I am going to write the word dance, and I have, I think it's Poppy Parade, which is somewhat close to Sweet Sorbet. So I'll be good with that. There's a little bit of brush lettering for you. Okay, there we go. So I have written my word and I have fussy cut my dance word here. I've also made a little tag using the Delightful Tag Topper, which is a retired product, but a very good one. Made a little tag, rounded the corners, and I also inked the edges a little bit with this DSP is Orchid Oasis. And I'm going to tuck it right under here to set up a place for my title to go. Just have a little landing spot for my title to land. I'm going to put this on dimensionals and set it right about there. Staying within our selection of current stamps, I'm going to use Art Gallery, and I'm going to go like this for a good image. I'm going to use that stamp sideways, this floral sideways. And the color will be Orchid Oasis stamped off. So this is the scary part because I'm stamping right on the on the layout, but I'm okay. Okay, just very subtle. One more time. So here's my mason jar stamp. I'm going to use Tahitian Tide. And here's my jar. Here's the mason jar punch that goes with the stamp set. Also still available for purchase. Love that little mason jar. Okay, we set it right here. We need to put a little bit more of something here. I think that I'm going to use the sprinkles in Quiet Meadow. And I'm going to do a little bit on the other side over here. Just for some texture. Back to my little heart to heart. I'm only using the outline one because I want something very subtle. Okay, so then we'll put a little heart right here. And of course, over here. Okay, just for a little touch of sprinkles, we're gonna put the plus signs from Biggest Wish in Orchid Oasis. Okay, I thought of something else I want to put here. I'm going to put a little bit of this flower from Quiet Meadow right down here. Maybe a little bit up there as well. Oh, yes. Fabulous. You know what? 3s, just for fun. We'll put a third one somewhere. Not sure yet where. Maybe if I bend this over. Oh, yeah. So we're covering Forever. And we're covering the ampersand. And we're stamping the word love. Okay? This is Starry Sky. Okay, there's love. That came out great. And here's hello. My little banner is going to be right here. So I felt like it needed a little something of a vertical line that is really thin. And I decided to use my straw from Jar of Flowers, this little line, and just stamp a line there. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use Starry Sky. Oh yeah, very pretty. Gives a finish. So we needed a little something here, and I decided to put a little heart there, but I think it needed a little texture. So I'm using that typewritten stamp from Quiet Meadow. Okay, that's my layout for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something and you got some inspiration. Make some paper with your sentiments. I hope you've enjoyed this today. Please go look at my other videos making scrapbook layouts with current Stampin' Up products. Take care.